I kicked butt at work and got to go skydiving for the first time. This is me about 1.5 years ago, and I will never forget that day, including how nice it was for my feet to finally land safely on the ground. But I want to ask all of you guys to think about the last time you were recognized, how it made you feel, and what you remember from that day. But let's quickly talk about the recognition market. US companies invest $50 billion annually into cash and gift cards mostly to inspire their employees. But Deloitte actually shares that 87% of that budget, almost $44 billion, actually has zero impact on organizational performance, which includes things that you care about, employee engagement rates and retention rates. Because think about monetary rewards. They're transactional, they're impersonal. They sometimes literally flush down your bank account when you spend them on things like bills, groceries, or filling up at the gas station. But meaningful recognition, that we want to talk about today, has its own major rewards, including 14% lifts in engagement rates, and on average 30% reductions in annual voluntary turnover, which is pretty great. But what is meaningful recognition? What does that actually look like? What does that mean? At Blueboard, we consider that to be 4 key things. It's recognition that's memorable, it's personal, it's shareable, and you can actually measure the impact of it. So we'll dive into each one. Memorable recognition. Think Jordan Belfort, but minus the boobs and minus the marching bands, but capturing that essence of celebration and raw energy and excitement when you're celebrating your employees. Memorable recognition, first and foremost, aligns with your culture. It should have the vibe, the spirit, and the energy of your company so that when you do reward people, it feels real and it feels authentic. It also starts from the top. It involves your senior leadership. Gallup surveyed employees and found that the majority of them had their most memorable recognition moment when it came from their CEO. So when you can, involve their boss's boss, inject it into company-wide team events or announcements, and put it through your corporate channels like Slack. Recognition should be personal. You might have a lot of minions running around your office, but believe it or not, they all have their own unique interests, desires, and development goals. And personal recognition starts with your rewards catalog. It should include a wide variety of offerings. It should include the element of choice. We'll probably talk about it today, but there's 5 generational segments in the workforce. So a one-size-fits-all approach no longer cuts it. It also means rewards that really support their passions and their long-term development. So think about sending someone in marketing, like myself, to a deeper social media design course. Maybe assigning someone more junior a personal mentor, or letting someone get creative through music lessons or pottery class. Recognition should be shareable. That means it feels comfortable. It's not braggy or fake or awkward, but it really helps you build a full culture centered around recognition efforts. This starts with rewards and incentives that offer social currency. We just talked about millennials, and this is especially relevant for them, because if it's not on Instagram or if it didn't make it to Snapchat, it didn't happen. So think about rewards that offer virality and excitement. They want to talk about them with their coworkers especially, friends and family. And on that note, shareable recognition builds community. It means that employees are genuinely excited to celebrate each other. And for those that are rewarded, they're building reward-worthy behaviors for those to come, really modeling those for the whole company. Lastly, recognition should be measurable. Maybe not like that, but when you can report the true ROI on your program, you're in a seat at the C-level table. And when your program's successful, you can ask for even more budget over time with confidence. So ask yourself, are my efforts truly driving value? Does the employee feel more appreciated? Or did my efforts maybe fall flat? And are they even more motivated to come back to work the next day and conquer the next task at hand? Ask if they're not just going to stay at the company, but truly grow, develop, and succeed in their role. And lastly, are your efforts truly shaping a more positive company culture? So to recap, if you remember 4 things tonight, recognition should be memorable, personal, shareable, measurable. And if you are looking to disrupt your efforts, please find someone in a Blueboard shirt. We'd be happy to talk with you about experiential rewards and how they can truly make an impact. Thank you so much.